morning, church. My name is Chad. I welcome you to the Erie Seventh-day Adventist Church. It's good to see each and every one of you here. Good morning. And what we want to do is just run through our announcements real briefly. Everybody's enjoying the nice, sunny, warm weather. And then now we have the air conditioning on, right? So we're blessed with that. If you look inside your bulletin, most of these announcements are written down. I'll just review them briefly with you. The ARC and calendar deadline for those of you who would like to go on the September trip to see the full-size ARC down in Kentucky. It is really interesting and amazing. If you haven't ever been there, I encourage you to think about that. And that is going to be, the last registration deadline is June 17th, so that's coming up quickly. You can read about it in your bulletin. If you don't have a bulletin, if you would like one, come see me afterwards. There's still more out front as well. The church picnic is coming up. The church picnic is going to be at Presque Isle. There is a pavilion that's been rented. We are having our service here first. Some people had asked about that, so we're going to have our church service here, and then we'll go over there for the afternoon, and it'll be a meal, bring a potluck dish to pass, and then we'll be able to fellowship in the sunshine. There's a couple other notes in there. On the back of your bulletin, there's two things I wanted to point out. Number one is camp meeting coming up in June. There's going to be some good speakers there. Doug Baxter is coming again. And of course, every speaker is good that comes to camp meeting, but some of the bigger names you might know. And of course, I believe some of that was broadcast online as well. The pastor asked me to make a mention to you that he's going to be away for camp pitch and then the whole of camp meeting. And so that's an obligation the pastors have. And so if you need something, you can always reach him by phone, but he won't be here locally. It'll be the elders who will be covering things in the service. We will continue, of course, to have church services during camp meeting here as usual. Laurel Lake Summer Camp. If you know a young person who really wants to go to summer camp, let the pastor know. There are some activities or some things we're going through to try to sponsor children to go to camp. It can be a life-changing event to go to that summer camp, but it's coming up very quickly, so you want to know that. The other thing I wanted to point out is the Fearless Faith. That's in your bulletin in the back and in the middle. This is fall camp meeting. So I wanted to point out for those of you who were here last week and watched the video. Who saw the video last week? Raise your hand. Was that last week we had the video?
Yes.
So Dr. Walsh,
Yes.
right? Dr. Walsh. So he is the same speaker, okay? He's the same speaker at the fall camp meeting. And why do we have a fall camp meeting? Because Blue Mountain is so far away, some of us don't have a chance to go there. So June is going to be regular camp meeting. Now, we talked to the conference this week, and they were having camp meeting at Laurel Lake, which is about 3 hours from here, 3.5 hours from here. They were having it in September. But when they did a survey, many people said, my kids are in school, I can't get out of work, or whatever. So they chose instead to move the fall camp meeting into the middle of the summer and make it a family camp. So it's not fall camp meeting anymore, right? It's just called family camp. So there's not going to be a fall camp meeting. This is family camp that's a combination of camp meeting and family camp. And it's coming up. I'm excited about it. Eric and I are planning to go down because it's something that we want to get the kids to go to. If you go as a family, you arrive Thursday evening. There is a meal Thursday evening, meals on Friday, meals on Sabbath, and then Sunday morning, okay? And there is, Dr. Walsh is going to be there speaking on Friday and Saturday. You stay in one of the cabins, either the boys or girls cabin as a family, or there are a few, if you're going down as an individual, there are ways you can go as an individual or get some friends and go. But there's also time while you're there. So there's swimming, there's canoeing, there's horseback riding, go-karts for those of you who want that, and there's other activities that are going on. There's the reptile house, hopefully will be in place, and so there's many things. What